go, Mark. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the conclusion of our Super Jeopardy $2.5 million challenge. We've got 3 outstanding finalists that are going to try their bests after our game ends to come out victorious with $2.5 million. Let's take a look at the board for the Jeopardy round. Here we go. As we put the board in motion, let's take a look at our first 6 categories. There's one daily double to work with, and here are the dollar amounts from 200 to 1,000 points. And your first categories in Jeopardy are World Leaders,
oh Lord,
Colors,
okay.
6-letter words,
God,
International Cuisine,
oh Jesus,
Highways and Byways, and finally, Art World Blockbusters.
oh my God.
Players, I will explain with the colors category, all of your correct responses in that category will contain a color. So, we've wiped the scores clean. Marty, you're in the first position, so you're going to start us off. Go ahead and make your first selection of the Jeopardy round.
Let's start off with colors for 200.
Thank God.
Alright, the answer is a person described as hoary has hair this color. John's in first.
What is red?
Nope. Marty, you're the other person rung in.
What is white?
That is correct. So, John, you pick up negative 200 there. And Marty, you pick up 200.
Yay.
Alright, the buzzers are reset. Marty, make your next selection.
Let's go colors for 4.
The answer is, this nickname of Kentucky can refer to its landscape or its music. Johnny first.
God damn it.
What is bluegrass?
You are correct.
God damn it, Bergman.
You watch your mouth on this show, sir.
Nels, I swear to God, you know, be peaceful, okay? We all know you we all know you don't wear underwear, but please pretend you do.
Alright, so John, you pick up. You're back in the plus side, and you get to make our next selection.
Except the buzzers.
Yes. Done.
Okay, colors for 600.
Alright. Completes the lyric, for they're hanging men and women, therefore the wearing, oh. John first.
Was green, wearing of the green.
That's the one.
let's go. I'll wait till you get that.
Alright, you go to 800. Make your next selection.
Colors for 800.
The answer is, it's a shade of brown, a type of nut, or a nutty housekeeper. Marty first.
What is hazel?
You got it.
That's the one. Okay.
This is dandy right now.
And Marty, you pick up 800, so you go to 1,000. And buzzers are reset. Where are we going next, Marty?
Round out that category, please.
The answer is, it's another name for the Jolly Roger. Marty?
What is the black flag?
That's the one.
Wow.
We know how this is going to go, Bergman.
Do you want to tell me?
He's relentless.
No kidding him. Just Captain Obvious.
Alright. Marty, where are we going next?
Let's go Art World Blockbusters for 200.
God.
The answer is, assessed at $100 million in 1962, this Da Vinci painting is believed to be the world's most valuable. John?
Was the Mona Lisa?
That's the one.
Mona Lisa, man. Named you.
No, quiet.
Thank you.
Alright.
But let's go for Art World Blockbusters for 400, sir.
The answer is, in 1980, one of this glassworker's lamps fetched the highest price ever for Art Nouveau. John?
Was Tiffany?
Louis Tiffany, that's right.
Jesus Christ. Just buzzing quicker, dudes.
Speak his name. Speak his name. Don't be ashamed.
Oh,
That's all.
Bergman.
John, pick again.
Okay, Art World Blockbusters for 600.
Of course. Just the irritating category.
The answer is, Dutch-born U.S. abstract expressionist, his Interchange sold for $20.7 million, a living artist's record.
I have no idea.
That's a first.
Answer we were looking there for their players is, who is Willem de Kooning?
Oh, like, we're going to guess that one.
I've heard the name, I just didn't know the painting, so.
Back to you, John.
Okay, but Art World Blockbusters for 800.
Answer there.
No.
It's time to get home, people.
Alright. John, you're currently at 1,400. You can risk up to that or...
Okay, but I've got 1,400, right?
Yes.
Okay, but let's go for 600, please.
Alright. Here's your clue. A tiger, not a horse, fetched $35,200 in 1986. The highest price ever for a piece from one of these.
Oh my god. What is a JP's? I have no idea.
Ooh, John, I'm sorry. We were looking for a carousel or merry-go-round.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay, but
Well,
that
that
ends, yeah.
that
Okay,
cost you 600 there, so that knocks you down to
800.
800. Yes, it's still your board.
Okay, but let's go for let's finish out the category for 1,000, sir.
The answer is Impressionist, whose painting Rating Le Figaro in 1983 sold for more than any other woman's work. We were looking for Mary Cassette.
Yes, yeah. I knew that name. I've heard of him, but I didn't know the last one, so.
Alright, John, you're still in command.
Alright, let's go for world leaders for 200.
Oh, of course.
Answer is, of Napoleon the First, Napoleon the Second, or Napoleon the Third, the one who never ruled France. John's in first.
Who is Napoleon III?
No. Marty, you're in next.
Who is Napoleon II?
That's the Napoleon we were looking for.
Damn it!
Almost 50-50.
Oh, shut up.
So I lose 200.
Yes.
And Marty gets 200.
Hey, it's just like the beginning all over again.
Alright, where to, Marty?
World leaders for 4.
The answer is, this man who punished traitors in World War II was made Soviet premier in 1958. John.
Who is Khrushchev?
That's the one.
Nice.
John, you go back to 1,000. Whoa.
Oh, that's good. 10,000's fine. No, just.
Where to?
Okay, world leaders for 6.
The answer is, party to which French President Francois Mitterrand belongs. Marty?
What is this? Socialist Party?
That's the one.
Wow.
Wow.
And just
You
read
are-
about socialism and the philosophy of these people.
You are the man, Mark. Hey.
We forgot we're talking to the British man here.
Yeah.
Alright, Marty, you're in command.
World leaders 8.
Okay? The answer is, in 1983, Yitzhak Shamir replaced this man as Prime Minister of Israel. We were looking for Menachem Begin.
Oh, no. Menachem Begin, but you're good.
Yeah, I'm working with these. I'm not Alex Trebek.
I know.
Yes, we know.
Alright. John, you're back in, or Marty, sorry, you're still in command.
Round out that category, please.
The answer is, on her death, James VI of Scotland moved to London and took over. You got that right at the buzzer, John.
Okay, who is Mary Queen of Scots?
No. Nels or Marty? We were looking for Elizabeth the First.
Oh my gosh, I should zag when I zig, so.
Well, John, that depletes your score, unfortunately. Marty, actually, we'll come back in just a moment, and we'll talk to our players and finish out the Jeopardy round. Don't you go away. Nels Snesrud joining us from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Nels, you pulled it out right at the very last in a tie-breaking run. So, if you were to pick up the $2.5 million tonight, what are you going to do with it?
I don't know. I'll put it in the bank. I don't know.
Well, we wish you the best of luck here. John Bergman, my friend, you had quite a quarterfinal game yourself there.
Yes, I did, sir.
What are you going to do with the money should you win this evening?
He's not going to win.
I'm sorry. Your time in the spotlight was up a few seconds ago, okay? God, no, it's every morning says people like me and there's crickets chirping. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Damn.
I love you.
I am so sorry about that.
I'm so glad we got that on tape.
Yeah.
I'm not. I've been dying to record your all shit for years.
I mean, God now.
Hey, who wanted to record
There's
this?
your grandma. Clap for her, and we'll be all right.
Hey, Jeff, you wanted to record this, so this is on you.
You wanted to record this. You
Well,
were the one that asked me to help earlier. So.
anyways.
I'm sorry. I apologize for the person next to me to interrupted my answer. You know, he's just mad that masturbation is not an Olympic sport, okay?
I'm sorry.
Oh, God, sorry. Well, to be honest with you, what would I do with the money? Well, I'm thinking about I have to pay off 30 ex-wives. And I'm thinking about buying Ireland as my own private golf course. So other than that, I'm good, you know.
Well, it sounds like you've got good aspirations for the money. Marty Bingel, our very first quarterfinalist. Marty, you dominated your competition when you were playing. What are you going to do with this $2.5 million if you win it?
Well, I honestly think I'm gonna put it in the bank. That's what I think I'm gonna do.
That's not a bad plan. Alright. Let's get back to it, players. Marty, you are still in command of the board. Make your next selection.
6-letter words for 2.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
The answer is the second book of the Old Testament and the event described there. John.
Was Exodus.
That's it.
Thank you, sir. Now I got some money. I'm glad. Snisler words for 400, sir.
The answer is Marilyn Quayle's profession, although she hadn't practiced in years.
Yep, you didn't
Oh.
clear her butt.
There you go. Just ignore that. John,
Was a lawyer.
that's what she was. Well done.
She was also a dance spelling teacher. That's an
Oh,
That would have been funny in 1993, not so now.
Alright, pick again.
6-letter words for 600.
The answer is to exhale or to stop breathing entirely. Marty,
Was expire.
that's a 6-letter word.
Got it.
Jesus Christ!
Because we all die someday.
And that was
Oh, shut up, Bergman. Go ahead.
400. Alright, Marty, the board is yours.
6-letter words for 8.
The answer is in Clementine, the two places where the miner 49er was excavating for a mine. Alright, players we were looking for in a canyon, in a cavern.
Okay, yeah.
Alright. Marty, you're still in command of the board. Where are we going next?
I was thinking, what kind of a song is Clementine than this song? Round out that category for
The answer is a bodice for women that ties behind the neck or a device made of leather to restrain a horse. You guys are going to kick yourselves. It was a halter.
Halter, yeah. Halter top, yeah.
Yep. Alright. Marty, you're still in command of the board. There's 2 categories left.
Let's go highways and byways for 200.
The answer is, traditionally, inaugural parades follow this street between the Capitol and the White House. Marty?
What is Pennsylvania Avenue?
That's the one.
God damn it, blessed fucking America.
I told you, watch your mouth.
You,
Well, I'm sorry. Have you ever fucking spanked?
you forget I live working.
Yeah, Marty lives there. Where are we going next, Marty? Oh, wait a minute.
Highways
Sorry.
Highways and byways.
Ah,
You know he gets
the wrong way. There we go. Where to?
Highways and byways.
Alright. The overseas highway starts at Key Largo and ends at this island.
Oh, what the hell?
Marty?
What is Key West?
That's the one.
God.
How was your guess?
It was
I
a-
think you just gave more to the game. God. 4,000, yeah.
Alright, where to?
Let's go highways and byways for
Oh, here we go again.
The answer is, it's the route followed by the Jode family in the Grapes of Wrath. John?
Was Route 66?
Oh my god.
That's the one.
Okay, that brings my total 1,200. Very good. Let's go for highways and byways for 800.
The answer is, this bridge links Michigan's upper and lower peninsulas. John, you got there just in time.
Oh, was the Mackinac Bridge?
I cannot accept that.
Oh.
Marty or Nels?
No.
Alright, John, I hate to do this to you, but it's the Mackinac, not the Mackinac.
Okay, no problem. I understand.
Alright.
got this car.
Oh God, you're such in a hurry, aren't you, dear? I tell you.
Alright.
Yeah, he did.
Well, that's what you call old people, you know. When they're Geritol, they'll be happy, you know.
John, where are we going? Or,
Let's finish out the category, sir, for 1,000.
the answer is, this city recently reconstructed its Dan Ryan Expressway at a cost of $250 million. It's the Windy City, Chicago.
Chicago, Chicago.
I'm gonna ask you to sing, Bergman.
I was thinking either that or New York.
Alright, there's only one category left, John. Where do you want to start at in it?
Hey, excuse me just for a second. I'll sing when I want to now. Just, you know, hush your mouth. International cuisine for 200, sir.
The answer is, Hungary is famous for this beef stew flavored with paprika. John,
Was goulash.
that is it.
I thought it was.
That's what
I thought it was stroganoff, bro.
That's beef stroganoff.
Thank you. Oh, I swear to God. Jesus.
Alright, John.
Thank you, Cedric. Yes.
This is a religious show. 400 international.
Okay. It's how you'd order rice with chicken in Spanish-speaking countries.
Oh.
Marty?
What is arroz con pollo?
Well done on the pronunciation. You are correct.
Yeah, yes, you invented that.
I knew chicken was pollo.
You said it on the rest. Okay, I give him.
Alright, Marty, you're in command.
International business for 6.
The answer is, the Italian dish osso buco is made with this type of meat.
Got it.
Oops, sorry. John?
Was lamb.
No.
Oh,
Marty or Nels?
I don't. I think I know, but I don't know.
Well,
Could be.
to make a good joke, try the veal.
Yeah.
God damn it! 600 points. God damn it!
I've never had it, so no.
Marty, you're still in command.
It's really good.
Alright, really, I think March does.
What?
I still wish I was international cuisine for 8 people.
The answer is the French will tell you "Cousin de Grigny," which are these, taste a lot like chicken. John,
Or frog's legs.
that's the one.
Let's finish out the
And
category. But I'll have 800. No, because I lost 600. I got the Osco Buco question wrong.
that's
so,
right. Okay. And you want to go to 1,000?
No, but yeah, I'll take the international for 1,000. Yeah, let's do it.
Final category, final question here. This popular Thai dish consists of sweet, crispy noodles with chicken or shrimp. We were looking for mee krab.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, that meat crab. Yes.
And players, we finish up this Jeopardy round. Marty, you're out in front at 4,400. John, you're 800. Nels, you're still yet to pick up on the board. But
Oh, yes.
don't worry, everything will change in the double Jeopardy round, and we will start that right after we come back. Don't you go away. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back here on our Super Jeopardy tournament. We have set up the board for double Jeopardy, and Marty, you are out in front at 4,400, and you have these categories to deal with. Take a look at them. They are Early America, Books and Authors, Theater History, Newspapers, Spanish Cities, and finally, 17th Century Science.
There you go.
Alright, now, let me fix these real quickly.
Right.
John, you were at...
800.
Okay, hold on, I gotta get my mouse to cooperate. There we go. Alright. Nels, you're in third, so you're going to be going first in Double Jeopardy, and...
I hate the categories with a passion.
Well, just pick one, damn it. Quit complaining.
I can complain if I want to. Spanish City 500.
Alright, the answer is... the 0 kilometer mark from which all Spanish roads are measured is in the Puerta del Sol in this city. Nels.
What is Mexico City? I don't know.
No, you shouldn't have buzzed in if you didn't know what it was.
Shut up!
John, you're in next.
Okay, sorry about that. Was Madrid.
That's the city we're looking for. So that is $1,300 for him. Alright, John, make your next selection.
Okay, let me see here, but let's go for newspapers for 500.
Alright, moving elsewhere. The answer is newspapers in Sacramento, Modesto, and Fresno share the name of this insect. Buzzers are unlocked.
No.
Not anybody? Nobody knew that at all?
No.
I had a few in mind, but
Well, the insect we were looking for is bee.
You know, I thought about that. I should have buzzed it.
I was thinking that too, but
Alright. John, you're still in command. Where are we going?
Let's go for newspapers for 1,000.
The answer is, this Boston-based newspaper is circulated in more than 100 countries. Nels.
Globe?
No. You go to a negative 1,500 now. John or Marty?
I thought I buzzed in.
Yes, you're in next.
Okay, so what is the Boston Herald?
No.
Ooh.
Marty?
No.
Alright. Alright. John, make our next selection, please.
Okay, but I'll go for newspapers for 1,500.
Okay. The answer is, this capital city's two daily newspapers are the Deseret News and the Tribune. John.
What is Salt Lake City?
That's the capital city. Well done. So you go to 1,800 with that one, and you're in command.
Okay, let's go for newspapers for 2,000.
The answer is, international editions of this Miami daily are airlifted to Latin America. Marty.
What is the Miami Herald?
That's the newspaper. Alright,
Hey.
and you pick up 2,000 there, so you go to 6,400. Alright, Marty, you're in command. Where are we going?
Round out that category, please.
The answer is, this Cleveland paper has the largest circulation in Ohio. We were looking for the Plain Dealer.
Oh, whoops.
Never.
Alright. Marty, back to you.
Let's go early in America.
For what now? I'm sorry?
500.
The answer is, on November 11th, 1620, 41 men aboard this ship signed a famous compact. John.
What is the Mayflower?
That's the one. It brings you to 2,300 now. Go again.
Early America, 1,000.
Jean Nicolet, who arrived at Green Bay in 1634, was the first European to visit what is now this state. John.
What is Wisconsin?
That's the one. And John, you pick up 1,000 there. You go to 3,300. Pick again.
Early America, 1,500.
The answer is, he was looking for China in 1609 when he sailed his ship, the Half Moon, into New York Harbor. John.
Who is Marco Polo?
No. Marty, you're in next.
Who is Henry Hudson?
That's the man we were looking for.
Oh, sorry.
Nothing to be sorry about. Only the fact that you lose 1,500 on that one.
Yeah.
It brings you to
1,800.
yes.
And Marty goes to 79.
Okay. Appreciate the help on the math there, folks. All right, Marty, you're in command of the board. Where are we going next?
Let's go early America for 2,000.
The answer is, in 1647, when it was still part of this colony, New Hampshire was required to develop a school system. Oh, Frankie would be disappointed in all three of you. It was Massachusetts.
Oh my.
I had so many options.
Don't tell him.
Well, he'll see this recording in my channel here later, so... Marty, you're still in command.
Round out that category, please.
Answer. The first are 2 daily doubles.
Hey.
Marty, you're at 7,900. You've got a commanding lead over John. How much are you willing to wager?
Let's go. You know what? The championship game. Let's go big, go home. 2 daily doubles.
Oh.
Oh, this is gonna get funky, people.
Oh my Lanta.
For $15,800 or nothing at all. Here is the clue in early America. In 1790, John Carroll of this city became the first American appointed a Roman Catholic bishop.
What is Baltimore?
If you had missed that, I would have mashed the hell out of you. You're correct.
Wow.
Hey, we're pretty popular on the campus out here.
Well done. Marty, you go to 15,800 points, and you are still in command of the board. Where are we going next?
Wow, okay. Let's go Spanish cities for the house.
Okay. The answer is Catalan. Is the language of this second largest city in Spain. Nels, welcome to the game. He finally got one right.
Jesus Christ.
I don't believe it.
Minus 500.
Yep. Nels, you're still in command.
I don't know after that. Do you have history for 5, please?
The answer is the village of Oberammergau. Let's go with that. In this country is the home of a passion play first performed in 1634. John.
What is France?
No.
Oh.
Alright, Nels, you're still in command of the board. Pick again.
Let's go books and authors for 5, please, sir.
Books and authors for 5. The answer is John Bunyan's dreamlike allegory of Christian's journey to the celestial city. John.
Was Paradise Lost?
No.
Oh, I know what it is.
Nels or Marty?
Nope.
No.
Can I say it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Was Pilgrim's Progress?
Yeah, should have went with that one first.
Yep, I know. Yes, I know. Thanks.
John, that cost you 500 there.
Thank you, Esther.
So you go to 800.
That's right.
All right, John, you're still in command.
No, I'm still in control.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
true.
right. I'm sorry. Go again, Nels.
That books and authors for 1,000, please.
The answer is the cancer ward in his novel of the same name is thought to be an allegory of the Soviet state. Who is Solzhenitsyn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. Nels, go again.
Theater history for 1,000.
Alright, going back to theater history. The answer is, in ancient Greece, plays about these goat-legged men were performed after a trilogy of tragedies. We were looking for satyrs.
Oh.
Can't believe y'all haven't heard of those before.
Yes, yeah.
Alright, Nels, you're still in command.
Once you see one goat, you see them all.
Oh,
Yes.
Spanish cities for 1,500, please.
The answer is, a Roman aqueduct brings water to this city that shares its name with a guitarist.
Too late.
Yeah, John, you buzzed in a little too late there. We were looking for Segovia.
Yeah.
Alright, Nels, you're still in command.
Let's try post office for 1,500, please.
The answer is, alright, Nels, this is your chance to get out of the negatives. You can risk up to 2,500.
You know what? Go big and go home. 2,500. Let's go.
Making it a true daily double to come out of the negatives. Here's your clue in books and authors. Ambrose Bierce wrote the Cynic's Word Book, which was later published under this title.
I don't know. What is the love story of John Bergman and Mark Leota?
There you go. Yes, that should have been made into a movie.
A valiant effort, but way wrong.
I know what it is.
We were looking for, go ahead, Shedrick.
Yeah, you were supposed to, because I had no fucking idea. So.
Do what?
What is the Devil's Dictionary?
That's the
Yeah.
one we were looking for. Alright.
Friend, I don't care.
That makes you negative 3,000, John, or Nels.
Sorry.
Alright, you're still in command of the board, though, after all that.
I don't after all that. 1,500 theater history.
The answer is, Maud Adams was known for starring in this author's plays, including The Little Minister and Peter Pan. John, actually, you're in just a little too early, but I'll give it to you.
I apologize, but who's Barry?
James Barry, yes.
I apologize. I didn't mean to do that. So.
Well, that's what happens when you're your age. You can't hold your wad long enough.
That's true, exactly. Just when you get old like me, you know, peeing is a sport. Anyway.
Alright, so 2,300, John, and you're in command.
Okay, theater history 2000.
Let me clear buzzers real quick. The answer is V. Nemirovich Danchenko and K. Stanislavski founded this theater company in 1898. Marty?
What is the Moscow Art Theater?
Well done.
What the hell? Damn, that's.
I knew those names.
Forgive me, playing against, gentlemen. Forgive me, playing against. What am I supposed to do?
And Marty, you're in command.
Let's round out theater history.
The answer is, this Roman comic playwright was made fun of the gods in Amphitryon, I believe that's how you say that, one of his comedies of errors. We were looking for who is Plautus.
Oh, of course, Plautus, yes. Very funny man.
Marty, you're still in command.
Let's go books and authors for
The answer is... Okay, that is not where that one's supposed to be. Alright. Just disregard that. Go ahead and make another selection.
Okay, I guess we're going back to category then.
Alright. The answer is... There we go. Well, okay. That's the one that was supposed to be at the 2000 one.
Anyway.
Alright. Some think his works, including The Social Contract, inspired the French Revolution. Marty?
Who is Rousseau?
That's the one. Alright. And that is supposed to be for 2000, but since it was under the $2,500 clue, that's where it's going.
So he has 3,300.
$203.
There you go.
I'll take $203.
Alright. Marty, there's 7 clues left. Where are we going?
Spanish cities 2000.
The answer is... This capital of the Visigothic kingdom in Spain is on the cutting edge of sword making. We were looking for Toledo.
Oh, I should have busted him. I know.
Alright.
Thanks, Dad.
Marty, you're still in command.
Round out Spanish cities.
The answer is... This northern port in the Basque regions is called the Pittsburgh of Spain. Players, we were looking for, what is Bilbao?
Oh,
I would have never gotten
me too.
One category left. Marty, top to bottom, how do you want to do this? The answer is... In 1611, Kepler published a paper on the six-sided nature of these weather phenomena. John.
More snowflakes.
That's the ones.
Alright, let's go for 17th century science 1000.
The answer is... About 1645, A. Kircher came up with this device that projects pictures on a wall. We were looking for, what is the magic lantern?
Of course.
Alright. John, you're still in command.
Okay, 1500.
The answer is... After John Napier discovered these, William Oughtred invented a slide rule to utilize them. Kind of expected this answer to come out of Marty. We were looking for logarithms.
I couldn't think of them.
That's okay. Two clues left.
2000.
There's no fucking way I'm gonna get out of the hole, so...
Well, you can if you can answer these two questions. You'd be out of it. Alright, for 2000, the answer is... In a 1665 book, Robert Hooke described the cells of this plant as he saw through his microscope. John, you got it just in time.
What is a dandelion?
No. Marty or Nels? Alright. Players, what is a cork? What is the cork plant?
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Alright. John, you lose 2,000 there. And for 2,500 points, the answer is, in 1675, this astronomer found at least 2 rings separated by a gap encircling Saturn. Oh, players, who is Cassini?
Well, I had fun.
Yes, you did.
Alright, players, we have reached the end of Double Jeopardy. Marty, you're at 20,300 points. John, you're at 800. Nels, unfortunately, you won't be able to take part in Final Jeopardy, but you are going to receive the consolation prize of 3rd place with $500,000. So you've at least got that much going for you.
There you go.
And Marty and John, just, God, this is deja vu if I've ever seen it. During the actual Super Jeopardy finale, this is how it looked. The person on the far end was in the negatives at the end of Double Jeopardy, so he had to sit it out, and it was between the first person and the second person.
Okay.
So this is how it's going to come down to it after, let me see here, it's been 20, let me see, that was 1990 and this is 2020 now, so
Almost 29 and a half years.
after that much time, the Super Jeopardy tournament of CTDF will be determined the same way the ABC tournament was determined. And
We did something right on. We did something right to compare.
here is your final Jeopardy category. The 20th century. Players, make your wagers. And we will come back in just a moment. Alright. Everybody's made their wagers. They've you will have 30 seconds to come up with a correct response to this. Remember your phrasing. And here is the final Jeopardy clue. Take a look.
Ding.
He was vice president of the U.S. for just 82 days before becoming president. 30 seconds. Good luck. We go first to John, who had 800 going into Final Jeopardy. What was his response? Let me take a look here. Look away from the AnyDesk players. From Monitor 1 at least. John, you put down... Who was Gerald Ford? No, John, I'm sorry. That is not correct. It cost you everything you own. So you go down to 0.
Okay.
But you still have your 1,600 or no, wait a minute. I'm sorry. What did what did you have coming into this?
3,100, yeah.
Yes, 3,100. All right. So you still have that. And Nels, I'm gonna go ahead and put your 250, or no, 500,000. I'm sorry. There we go. It's a little bit of a bleed over, but that's okay.
Close enough. Close enough. You can still see the final.
Yes. All right, and our super player Marty, you went into Final Jeopardy with $20,300. Did you come up with the correct response? Who is Harry Truman? Marty, you are correct. And you wagered everything.
Yeah.
Marty Bingel, you are the Super Jeopardy tournament winner.
Oh my god.
With 40,800 added to your 16,900. Let's take a look here at the 40,800. 57,700 points. Marty, he has done it, folks. $2.5 million. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good game. Good game.
John,
Freaking Truman.
you still pick up 750,000 though from all of this. And yeah, it's bleeding over just a little bit there, but
Who cares? Who cares?
folks, that is the end of our tournament. And I have to say congratulations to all three of my players and to everybody that played Super Jeopardy. We will do this again, but it'll be a while. But until then, good night.